So welcome back, guys. This is another entry I'm seeing on gold, but it's not so clear. So for the next coming few weeks, I would advise you to take some entries on gold, because if you are going to take sell entries, you're going to be in very deep trouble. I promise you're going to be in deep trouble. You see that market came and tested this. We had a kind of a demand zone here. Market came and retested, continued higher. So we're targeting this supply zone over here. Okay. This is the supply zone that you're targeting. So unless market finishes up closing above that supply zone, I don't think anyone should take entries for sales right now. So gold is buying actually. So the only few remarks I can make, if you want to the low time frames like the M15, okay, you can see that price is making a kind of a quasi model. Okay, price made a lower low here. Here we have a lower low, and then we have a higher high. Okay, so what's my entry model? In most of the cases, if I'm to make an entry model from this market, here is what I usually do. Okay, so I want to see what price does, because here we already have a quasi model. If you guys can notice, let me first move all the drawings. We already have a quasi model set up on before. Okay, if you can see this demand zone around here, okay, this demand zone created a quasi model pattern, made a lower low, market made a lower low, and then afterwards made a higher high. Okay, so once we have that in mind, we can easily now start taking in our sales. Okay, I'm expecting that gold is going to drop to at least the nearest supply zone on the M15, which is around here. But as long as price doesn't close above this this supply zone, as long as price is in the range of that supply zone and doesn't close above that supply zone, you can simply just take your entries in gold for a sale. Remember my TP I've told you. Let's first go back to M15. My TP is so my TP is gonna be here. Okay, that's my TP. That's my TP on gold. Okay, that's my TP. If the price is able to push for that area, that will be my first take profit. Okay, but I've told you the core fact that gold is in a in a form of a it's actually, gold is now in an aggressive bullish momentum. So it wouldn't be so nice of you to take your entries for sales. So for more confirmation, I will simply go to my awesome oscillator and see if we have any form of divergence. Okay, so what do we see on the market? At this point, you see that the market is making what? Market was making higher highs. Okay, if you go here, you see market is making higher highs. If you zoom in, so from around here up to here, market was indeed making higher highs. Okay, now this is very tricky. That's why on gold, all the divergence tools, they're not even showing up anything. So on gold, I don't know how I can say to you guys, but honestly, if you're patient enough, if you want to take your buys, you can simply just wait for market to hit that level there. Okay, that's the level where you can wait for market to push, and then you can take your buy entries from that level. Okay, around that area there, that's where you can take your entries for buys. So if market is able to come back to that area, I'm gonna take my buys from here even higher. Okay, that's where my main target is. But on Monday open, you can take your sales on gold. That's guaranteed. You can take your sales on gold, knowing that your stop loss is just above that area there.